Title: The Oracle of Ife. They say the gods speak, but only those with clean hearts can truly hear them. In the ancient city of Ife, where the gods first set foot on earth, there once stood an oracle so powerful that even kings knelt before it. It was said that the oracle spoke through cowrie shells, sacred smoke, and divine whispers carried by the wind. And whatever it said always came to pass. For generations, the people of Ife lived in harmony, guided by the wisdom of the gods. But then a new king rose, Oba Adeyemi, a man born of royal blood, fierce and proud. His rule began with promise, but soon pride took root in his heart. One day, as he sat on his coral-beaded throne, he turned to his council and said, "The gods no longer decide for men. I am the voice of destiny now." The words echoed to the palace like thunder. From that day, the oracle grew silent. The winds no longer carried messages. The sacred drums stopped beating. Crops withered. Children fell ill. Even the river that blessed the land turned to dust. The people cried to the heavens, but there was no answer. So the chief priest, Agenju, went alone into the sacred grove, his staff trembling in his hand. He fell to his knees before the oracle's shrine. "Orunmila, bearer of wisdom," he pleaded, "have we offended you so greatly?" Then came a deep, trembling voice that shook the earth. "When pride rules a man's heart, even the gods look away." The priest watched as the sacred calabash before him split in two, and the voice faded into the silence of the forest. Meanwhile, in the palace, Oba Adeyemi's knights were restless. Shadows whispered his name. The faces of his ancestors appeared in the mirrors of his chambers. He called upon the oracle, but all he heard was the echo of his own guilt. Then, one morning, a young village girl named Ona came to the gates of the palace. Her eyes shone with strange light, and her voice trembled with courage. "My king," she said, "I have heard the voice you seek." The court fell silent. The Oba frowned. "And what does this voice say, child?" "It says," she whispered, "the oracle no longer dwells in the shrine. It dwells in truth." The word struck him like lightning. The truth he had buried deep inside rose to the surface. Tears filled his eyes as he fell to his knees. I killed my brother," he confessed. "He was a true heir the oracle chose. I took the throne that was never mine." A great wind roared through the palace, carrying the sound of distant drums. Outside, the sky darkened. Then rain began to fall for the first time in many moons. The people danced in the streets. The air smelled of new life. The king walked barefoot to the shrine, laid his crown before it, and said, "Let no man rule without truth." The oracle's light flickered once more. The calabash sealed itself whole, and peace returned to the land of Ife. From that day, it was said that when the wind whispers through the palms of Ife, it carries the voice of the oracle, reminding every king and every man that power without truth is nothing. So when next you hear the wind rustle through the trees, listen closely, for the oracles still speak. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more untold tales from African history and legend, sparkles like subscribe and share.